Greetings, Glitter Gang. Thank you so much for joining me for Scrapbook Day. We are continuing to have fun. This is, I think, the third video in the YouTube playlist from Scrapbook Day. We are going to finish the flaps for the book journal. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check the video description for a playlist of all the other parts of this journal. I did give all the measurements, so if you take notes, you can follow along and make your own. And just a reminder, it might be worth making one because you can go to the Kathryn Scraps Facebook group, the Glitter Gang Facebook group, and enter it into the glitter party. You have until the end of May to post a completed album from a Kathryn inspired project to be entered to win a Rototrim, or if you already have a Rototrim, don't have room for a Rototrim, don't want a Rototrim, a $200 gift card to the scrapbook store of your choice. So thanks so much for watching. Be sure to go to the links below, check out the Facebook group, click on the announcements to see the information for the Glitter Gang Glitter Party, where you can get a chance to win a Rototrim or $200 gift card to your favorite scrapbook store. You have until the end of the month to do that, to post that. Drink some water, everyone. Oh my gosh, my mouth is dry. All right, let's go. All right, so in the previous video, I showed you how to put all these pieces together. So now I'm just gonna put them all together. So I'm gonna take the 5.5 inch pieces and stick them to the 8.5 inch pieces. And then I'm gonna take the 8.5 inch pieces and stick them to the 6.5 inch pieces when I'm done. And uh-oh, Tiny Cat, what you doing? What you doing, Tiny Cat? What you doing? You being weird? She is being weird. She like startled herself while she was sleeping. If you do want to actually do, by the way, we are having 40% off all of our digital products at the Kathryn Scraps store for the next couple weeks. So if you want a quick and easy project that's actually quick and easy, something to brag about is an excellent choice. You can whip that one out pretty quickly, and it holds a ton of photos, and it has one of my most interesting secrets in it, which is how to make your tab punches. If you punch a tab in a pocket, how to punch the how to make a template to punch the pattern paper so the pattern paper perfectly frames the tab. It's like one of the most useful things I ever did the math on, and there's a way to make those templates and in that project, and they're super useful. I recommend you make them and then just keep them in a drawer. I keep them in a drawer so that I don't have to figure it out again every time. Let me see if I have them in this drawer. Yep, so here they are. So here's what I mean when I say, see how they all perfectly nest? How they each come in a perfect amount. How to do this, how to make these templates is included in this album, and I show you, I believe, both ways. Yeah, but yeah, these are just make them once and keep them forever. This is something to brag about. Something to brag about is fantastic for gifts too, because you mostly just put 4x6 photos in it and call it a day, and it is actually easy to make. It's truly quick and easy, not just like fake quick and easy. It's just actually quick and easy. It's a really great book. You can get a ton of photos in a really small square footage. It's super cute. Two, it's an older project. It's a manual, not an album basics guide, so it just is what it is. It's not a blueprint, it's just a how do you make this exactly like I make it kind of a deal. But still, it's super, super adorable. Wonderful format. I wonder if I have one somewhere around here. Let me see if I can put my hands on one really quickly. Tiny cat. Yeah. Are you sad? Are you a sad little sad sack? Sad sack, sad tiny sack. So hard to be you. Hard to be tiny. No one understands or cares. Because that's right. That's right. No one understands or cares, huh? Her little perch that she likes is over by where I store my albums. So she's right next to me. So she feels like I finally gave in and came over to pet her. So she thinks she won. I may not be able to put my hands on it. Something to brag about. I know I've got one in here, but I just don't know where it is. Well, never mind. You'll just have to take my word for it that they're cute. What? Yeah. But they are cute, I promise. I promise. Oh, the baby album on YouTube is a good one too. Candy says on something to brag about, it takes longer for the glue on the craft text to dry than to make the album. I think that's pretty true. That is true. The album comes together so quickly. It's beautiful. It's easy to put photos in. It's great to give as a gift because it is easy to put photos in. The Disney album's also a great one. The Disney album, if you loved Twice the Fun, Half the Fun, Half the Fun, the reason it's called Half the Fun is because I did a Disney album that was enormous, called Twice the Fun, and so I made an album half the size. It should have just been called The Fun because it was just a normal amount of fun, not half the amount. But that album was huge. It took a long time to decorate, but it is fully Disney and it's super cute too. So, and you can get all of the like magic paper from like Echo Park and the Paper Phenomenon collection, and you can make something very similar if you want to, or you could get digital versions of the Simple Stories papers that I used, because Simple Stories does sell their paper digitally, so you can get all the paper collections I used and get them printed out yourself. So, but Fran says she keeps those templates in her workbox. I keep them in the drawer with my punches. They are so useful. Once you make them, you'll keep them forever. And that's in something to brag about. All right, something to brag about is a good one. Again, for Glitter Party, but also like Gretchen says, the baby album on YouTube, that's called Baby's First Year. So if you look at the playlists on YouTube, look for Baby's First Year. So Kimberly said, what's the name of that album? So if the baby album is on YouTube, that's Baby's First Year. It's probably in the archives too, and it's probably called Baby's First Year in the archives too. That's a good, easy one, but that's a free one. Something to brag about is not free. Do sell the instruction manual for that. That one, you can go to kathrynscraps.com/manuals. Something to brag about, but it's going to be like, I don't know, $7 right now, something like that. Probably something around there for that one. All of our manuals come with videos now, by the way. Even ones that didn't originally come with videos, I added the videos to the project folders over time. So they all have videos now. And then Twice the Fun and Half the Fun are the two that fit together. By the way, if you get Half the Fun and Twice the Fun, the Half the Fun pages can be put into the Twice the Fun album as well. You just put 2 to a page because one of them is 5 by 10 and one of them is 10 by 10. So you can get 2 Half the Fun pages on a Twice the Fun. So you can mix those together, and there's something like over a dozen different page combinations you can do if you have both of those tutorials. Twice the Fun is the Disney one. Half the Fun is not Disney. I did 2 of those. One with Paper Phenomenon's butterfly paper. I don't know what it's called. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it had a lot of butterflies in it. And then the other one I made a kit out of my stash for National Scrapbook Day 2 years ago, actually. So, yeah. All right. Okay, so I'm going to take 2 of these and we're going to get the, I'm going to have the flaps on the right when I stick these down. Flutter and Bloom is correct. Thank you very much. Flutter and Bloom. That's the one where I did the military green base. Something to brag about is one of the few albums that I have been able to teach in person because it does come together so quickly that you can actually teach it in a class, like without people having to bring their PJs and spend the night on an air mattress. So I get asked sometimes about teaching classes and I'm like, I don't know how anymore. I can't teach a class that's short. I can't imagine. I don't know when I lost that ability, but I did. So I just can't make small short albums anymore. I'm gonna work at it. I'm gonna try and make a small the problem is, even when I go in with the goal of making them you know, easy, I always like just keep adding stuff and then they just spiral. So I just don't know when to stop adding goodies is my problem. I'm just, you know, like, my philosophy, if you haven't figured it out, is sometimes less is just less. So that's my crafting philosophy. Sometimes less is just less. Ooh, 3 days worth of class time would be enough to do an album. That's a good point. All right, so now I have the other 2 on the right, so I'm just going to pull out the book and get these stuck in on the right. So there's the first one. Second one. And then third one. Now the third one, this is tricky because the third one is upside down. So this one has to go here. Okay, so pay attention to that. The third pocket faces a different direction. If you did your pockets exactly like mine, your third pocket faces a different direction. So you got to flip it. Okay. All right, there we go. So now we're going to do these 3, and when we do these 3, we got to put the flaps on the left, okay? Okay, burnish, burnish. Peel all your tape. Close. Burnish. Okay, and see, there's that same pocket mechanism right there. Same pocket mechanism right there. burnish, burnish, peel, peel, peel. And then fold it shut. And then burnish. Last one. See, this is not bad. This is not bad. This is going quickly-ish. Quicklish. It's going quicklish. It's going kind of quick. Burnish and peel. New word for the dictionary. Word of the day is quicklish. A quicklish and easy album. All right, those are done. So now we can stick them in the book. Remember, one of them goes upside down, upside down. All right, burnish. Got our first gate. So there's our book starting to come together. How it's gonna work. Maybe the doors are just out to get everyone. Burnish, open it, burnish it again. Ta-da! Oh, these are gonna look so cool once, look, look. I mean, come on. Once these are all on, look how cool. Look how cool they're gonna be. Ah, this paper is so gorgeous. Okay, so construction is done. All right, construction is done. We have these flaps. Into these flaps, you have room here for a 5x7 something. You have room here for a 5x7 something. Same thing on this side. You can see them from the front and the back. Here you have room for 6 5x7 somethings, so a total of 10 5x7 somethings. We have room here on these flaps for our big 6 1/4 inch designs. So we can put them directly there from the collection. These were 8x8 originally. I just shrank them down to 6 1/4. So we've got room for those. And let's take a look at the other ones. So let's just see about laying them all out. Okay. got. I want these two in the middle, I think. I'm gonna put her here. I'm gonna put magnets on the backs in between. I'm gonna put it on the back of the flap and on the front of the pocket. I think that's what to do, is to just put a magnet there if you want a closure on the flaps. I think that's probably the quickest and easiest way to do it. All right, and then down here, I don't want to repeat this chair if I don't have to, or the face. So let's see. I'm gonna put her, the one more chapter, I'm gonna put her up at the top. Book, copy, repeat. I think that's how I'm gonna do them. Of course, these can go on the undersides as well, but this is how I'm gonna do the fronts. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ink these and put tape on them so that these are in here. But I had these cards from this collection in mind when I designed this book. I wanted a place where I could put these beautiful cards and just have the cards just be the thing that you saw and that you loved. And so I'm going to start with these 6, and then I'll get these stuck down, and that's where we'll end it today after I stick these down. So what's going to happen is, in terms of future shows, is we'll continue with this until it's done, and then we'll start volume 2 of the, we'll start volume 2 of, what is the project we're working on? The box set album remastered. By the way, if you want to work on the current project along with me, you can get the box set album remastered for 40% off during the Scrapbook Day sale. So that's another good choice, and I think it's only about $5, $6, something like that. So that's another one that you can do, because then you can follow along with the Thursday classes after this. And if you, any project you purchase the Album Basics Guide for, you get the live class archives for that project. So you, even if you can't make it on Thursdays, you can watch the Thursday shows and see what I did in terms of decorating and layouts and things. I have classes on Thursdays at 2 p.m. Eastern USA time and 9 p.m. Eastern USA time. I have a link in the video description always for time zone converters, so you can figure out what time that is in your country, or your time zone in the US if you're in the US. And that's always down there, along with links to my Facebook page and the current project. So, but yeah, check out our sale and be sure to join the Facebook group and figure out what you can get done before the end of the month that you can enter into the glitter party as well, and vote in the book club. Right now, Traveling Cat Chronicles is winning, which is not a surprise, because I think that Traveling Cat Chronicles would have won any month it was in the drawing, except for the month it was in, because it was up against A Man Called Uva. So I think it just, you know, that was just its downfall. By the way, do you, let me know, any of you, if you want to read, if you want to do another month where we read another Frederick Bachman book. I was thinking Anxious People, because that's a new one, and not Beartown, because I think Beartown's subject matter is a little more upsetting than some of his other stuff. Although his subject matter is really upsetting. I mean, it's like a robbery, people being held hostage, someone trying to die. So, but it's just, it's just his tone makes it less upsetting than it really would be if, I don't know, it's just something about his writing. He's just really so talented. But yeah, if we wanted to do anxious people, maybe... Although we have ideas for the next couple months. I think I'm good through July. Because next month we're doing pools, and then the month after that we're doing losers, which is books that lost in their month, like just got creamed. No one wanted them. To see if we're right or if we're wrong. So... I'm going to use pumice stone because I want to pull out the grays in the collection a little bit and provide a contrast to the pumpkin cardstock. And I don't want to make everything look orange, so I'm not going to try and match the pumpkin. So pumice stone is the warmer gray, so that's what I'm going to use. Are my owls up? My owls, oh, well, my owls are upside down because this pocket's upside down. Should we pull the owls off and make them right side up, or should we put these upside down? Or should I pull the whole pocket off and just make all the pockets go the same direction? That would be annoying, but... There's still time. It would be hard though, because like it's attached in 8 places. Actually, maybe that's not the right answer. Maybe that's not the right answer because it's attached in 8 places, the pocket. Yeah, we'll just put these people upside down. Yeah, we'll just leave it alone, and I'll just put these upside down, and then I'll be like, yeah, we just wanted it to switch directions. What are you saying? You have something against albums that switch directions? Yeah. They won't look upside down because when you open the book is like this. So they, oof. So it's not like they're not going to look upside down. You know what I mean? They're just going to look, they are different sides. They're mirroring each other. So I think it's okay. I think we're all good. All right. Will the tags have writing on the tabs? I don't think they will. I think the tabs will be pretty plain because they'll be photo mats. Although, maybe I could design what, well, this is not something that's going to happen anytime soon because I need to have, I'll do it at the end of the year once we know what all the books are. But when I design the printables for this year, I could design them as tags, you know, with where the name of the book would stick out at the top. That could be kind of cool. All right, that's it. They're all inked. So now we're just going to stick them down. And you would just have to cut them when you when you cut them out, you would cut them into a tag shape. Instead of them being rectangles like they were last year. What do you think about that? What's the effect of turning the people to face me? Then the people flip down and up, and then everything's coming out the side. I think it's fine. I would probably rearrange everyone. Probably put her here, put her here, put this here, this here, this here, and this here. That's probably how I would do it. Or maybe even, yeah. Let's just do this. Why not? Why not? We'll just experiment with all different, everything will be a completely different direction from everything else. That's just, you know what, whatever. Okay. Good idea. And then one thing we need to do too is we're going to have to make 6¼ inch by 13 inch like scenes. I think it'll be fun. Why not? To go on top of the pockets to be revealed. You know, what I mean is what's going to go from here to here, because that's 13 inches that has to get covered. So we have to figure out what to do there. What a great display opportunity though for any, once again, this is just yet another design that works great for paper that you, Tiny Cat, what happened? What did you do? Are you attacking Kitty? Are you guys fighting? Are you attacking Stormy? If you guys unplug something, I swear you're in trouble for real this time. They're doing that thing where they fight in the curtain. They always unplug something very important. They always do. So if I suddenly disappear, that's what happened to me. It was the bad kitty. It was Jack. It was the boy cat. All right, I think we got everybody down. So let's just see how it's gonna look. So the way that it'll look is you'll open it once, then bristling over here, you'll have all these tabs sticking out because you'll remember there'll be 10 tags sticking out the side. And then we can flip this down and flip this up. We'll do something cool here in this like 13-inch space we've got. I'm gonna have to make something in Photoshop, but it's fine. And then we'll open it again and then we'll see these two and we'll have tags on either side. But tons of room in here. Easy to come together once you have all the correct measurements. You know, once you have the right measurements, which you do now, So, how funny. Okay. All right. So one more prize to announce, and then I'll go over all of the prizes from earlier. And that'll be that. So this will be the last section of today's class that'll be in the playlist. Those of you who are here with me live, nothing's going to change for you. Those of you watching the playlist, thank you for joining me for this book. I hope that you're having fun making it and just continue on with the playlist to see what happens next. If you're in the archives, just click to the next video once it's there. And you'll be able to see me do some more decorating. We'll pick back up with this on Thursday. Remember, I have classes every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern USA time and 9 p.m. Eastern USA time. Links in the video description to see what time it is where you are. And to be sure to subscribe to my channel and sign up for notifications to find out when I go live. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.